So it's my privilege to introduce Bhaskar sir, a renowned homeopath with over 36 years of dedicated practice. Sir's illustrious journeys filled of homeopathy began with exceptional academic achievements, including securing the first position in the final year DHMS examination conducted by the Gujarat State Council. Since then, his career has been marked by numerous milestones. His commitment to serving the community is evident through his work with Hari Charitable Trust, running 6 homeopathic dispensaries in Ahmedabad, and his regular visits to Medosa, treating and serving a large number of villagers since 1979. He has been an active member of the National Executive Committee of the Homeopathic Medical Association of India, HMAI, since 1989. He served as the Secretary General of HMAI from 2006 to 2010 and was later, yeah. So, with this unparalleled dedication, expertise, and leadership in homeopathy, yeah, he needs no introduction.
So after our lunch, actually, everybody is awake. I hope so. Usually, post-lunch sessions are always difficult to handle. Actually, 50% audience had gone home, and other 50% are sleepy. But this is a victim. Yeah. Okay. So, as far as the depression is concerned, it is one of the disorder where people hardly talk about. Patient don't complain in the way that they are sad and they are disturbed. Most of them, I'm okay, but at times I feel little gloomy or little sadness is there. But no, everybody says in the house that I don't talk to them, but it is not really so. Actually, when they are really depressed, it is difficult for them to accept that part, that I am not active, I am not taking part in the life, I am not doing good things. So here is a case actually. This fellow was an old patient and he had come before almost 7-8 years. He is a homeopathic doctor, practicing in a small town. He is doing general practice, and at that time he had come for bile eczema. We treat with Veritramal. Why Veritramal? At that time he was the firstborn, had one sister. Father was a RMP, registered medical practitioner in the town, earning fairly good. So he was brought up like a prince. He was very happy. His childhood was very much, so much good that he said, Doctor, whatever I demand, I used to get. My father never scolded me. It was a wonderful period in my life actually, when I was a child. But that actually, gradually, when he become elder, he grown up, he realized that life is not that easy. That was one of the reasons. The stress was there. At that stress time, he developed that eczema. But the way he was brought up like a prince, and he talked of lot of big things. At that time, we gave Veritramal in 2012, 2012. And within 1.5 years, he was nearly cured actually of that eczema. इसको मुश्किल होगा पढ़ने वाले लिए, ये बड़ा गलत चीज़, इसको ही बड़ा करो ना, मुझे पढ़ने के लिए पीछे देखना पड़ेगा, ऐसा नहीं चाहिए मुझे। अगला साइड नहीं, मुझे इसको बड़ा करना है, कुछ इधर पढ़ना पड़ेगा, पीछे देखना पड़ेगा। So actually he visited with 12 kilogram weight loss, insomnia. His father had already passed away actually, stroke. So he felt that mother, who is a widow now, she is not well, and since he is not feeling like eating, he avoid the food. नहीं भूख नहीं है, अच्छा नहीं है, खाना नहीं है. Replaces since his responsibility has been increased. His wife had a need on a couch and feels tired. Got it. For how long, I asked actually. Patient said my father was a registered medical practitioner in a town with a good reputation. He was diabetic and hypertensive. I was the first child, rather pampered one. I was brought up like a prince. When I finished my internship, my father was very happy that I would join him in the practice. I wanted to do something more than that actually, after BHMS. But suddenly he got a massive brain stroke. We took him to hospital. He developed paralysis, and I had just begun to attend his clinic. Then I had to continue that clinic. As per his wish actually, I got married in the same year because father tried to say that I may die and before that you should get married. But I realized that to give him the best possible treatment, I have to work hard. There was no physiotherapist nearby in the town, or in that particular town there was nobody. We took a rented apartment in Ahmedabad for physiotherapy. We consulted a neurologist there, and we kept him for 2 years over there in Ahmedabad. So it was a very costly affair and very expensive. I worked very hard, coming and going from town to city and city to town, and parents used to stay there in Ahmedabad. And ultimately he passed away in 1999. By the time my son was born, then I decided that my son should be given the best possible education. So again I rented a house in a bigger town where there was an English medium school. I placed the child in that school actually. And I wanted to give the best education, so I tried very hard to earn more. It was very difficult. Actually, after shifting the family, he has to go to the big city, came back to the town to practice, etc. So financial condition was, because of the expenses that incurred in the last 3 years, he didn't have much money. Irregularity in attending the clinic also. And at that time he developed eczema, for which he had come to the clinic, and I treated him with Veratrum, though he was in a financial crisis. But Veratrum state in the mind was working, and that cured the eczema. He said, I felt much better after the treatment. I was feeling better mentally. Eczema disappeared within a year and a half. For 2 years, I felt miserably sad since last. This time he has come after 7 years. It was in 2019, before COVID, he came to the clinic. I stopped attending social function, and it was not depression, doctor. People say, but I don't agree. It's an anxiety. He convinced me that I have got an anxiety and not the depression. I said, what anxiety? See, like I may develop diabetes or hypertension. I consulted a physician for a health checkup every 4 months. I wanted to come out of it very fast. Reports are normal, but I always fear that I will get it. My mother is not keeping well. I am worrying for her health actually. She is depressed after my father's demise. I am unable to console her. On the contrary, I feel sad when I am talking to her. I had a fear after seeing my father on medication for a long time, because father was on treatment for 3 to 4 years, from 95 to 99. So I developed fear that I have to take medicine for a long time or for a lifetime. At times I feel so bad that I stopped medication on my own. So he had been to other doctors, and doctor prescribed anti-anxiety, anti-depression drugs, but he stopped on his own, that I may have to take it for the lifetime. I feel it is not going to cure me. What else that you feel at that time? So many a time I feel irritable. Actually I was too young to take a decision. When I took all this decision, my age was hardly 25, 26, and it was a very young age to understand what will happen in the future. After the death of father, I felt that I didn't take the good decision. I lost my confidence. Rather, guilt and frustration overpowered me, and so I feel tired. There is a real anxiety regarding finance. Education expenses of my kids are there, and as you know, he added that nowadays all these doctors who passed out from our homeopathic or ayurvedic colleges, they go to village and start practicing. So where I am working since 10 years, now there are 5, 7 another doctors who have come, and in competition, my practice is reducing. So I observe that he is feeling that he is a failure, looks sad. It is his fault that things don't work, nothing good happens. He is worthless, things will never change, life is not worth living. I said, all right, let's talk. Let me talk to your wife also. So I asked him to sit outside, call his wife, and then asked her to narrate the everyday behavior at home. How does he do? What the way he is living in the house at home? She said he has withdrawn himself from close family and friends. He has stopped going out. He always complained of weakness, not eating well. He has stopped his usual enjoyable activities. We hardly go out for a movie or picnic. Many times we decide to go out, but at last moment he refused to go out. What are the physical symptoms? Lack of appetite, he hardly eats properly. He is always tired, rather feeling sick and run down. And he complains of frequent headache and muscle pains. That's what wife added. This is the analysis of on the medical side, the DSM-5. It says that persistent depressive disorder, dysthymia, this represents the consolidation. DSM-4 actually, 4 and 5 both are there, define chronic major depressive disorder and dysthymia. They say that two things should be there. One is depressed mood for most of the day for at least 2 years. Since 1.5 years, he is coming, but before that he had been to a psychiatrist also. Second part is poor appetite, physical symptom, poor appetite, insomnia, low energy, low self-esteem, poor concentration, difficulty in making decision, feeling of hopelessness. And the book says any 4 out of these 7 and depressed mood is enough to diagnose that is dysthymia or depressive disorder, major one. Almost most of the traits were present in him. Usually these PDD patients, they are suffering from lack of concentration, trouble at work, inferiority feeling, tired feeling, lack of energy, self-esteem is low, feels hopeless, sadness and dark mood, physically they feel fatigued, appetite is decreased, or at times they are having overeating. And sleeplessness is a marked symptom. So it was confirmed that he has got major depressive disorder, which is, according to the medical people, he has to take medicine for the lifetime, at least for 5 years, 10 years. Which he never wanted. And that's the reason he came to homeopathy. So I listened him for a long time. I told him that this is depression. Then he said, yes, doctor. I told everybody that there's an anxiety, but it's not anxiety, it is depression. I know it. I told him that depression is not a war that you are going to win easily. It is the way you live, you can make yourself happy. It's a battle you fight every day. I explained him that you being a doctor try to understand that certain diseases gradually come under control, but you should be aware that you want to come out. Many great leaders, public figures, I give you some examples. At that time, a lot of film stars or big leaders, they used to get depression and they go in a blue moon, blue period for almost 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. So I give some examples and told him that this happens to a lot of people, a lot of personalities, and they have come out of it after medication, working, doing job, doing everything. I told him that you can do many things apart from medication. Take good sleep at least. If you wake up, do some meditation. or at least deep breathing and go to sleep again. Don't try to avoid it. Don't come out of the bed. Stick to your bed for 6 hours, 7 hours or 8 hours. Ask his wife to give him healthy food. Advise to take dry fruits, green vegetables regularly. He is a very religious person. He is Vaishnavanya. I told him, go visit your temple morning and evening religiously. Because you believe in God, go to him. Morning and evening just have a darshan and come back. And go by walk by foot. I said, don't go with the vehicle. You should walk that way. 10-15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening, and that will be a good for you. It's a small town and walking will help your sleep as well as digestion. And at least call or meet your friends regularly. Once a week, call somebody, your classmate, a schoolmate. Once a week, talk to him. I took the rubrics: ailments from grief, fear of poverty, ailments from death actually, irritability with anxiety, grief, aggravation, mental and emotional, indecisive, sadness for his family, anxiety, conscience, misanthropy, dislike the all people to meet, confidence, want of self, anxiety about health, loathing of life, anxiety, health about relatives. He was very worrying for the mother. Mother was not well. And he had another fear, the way my father had gone, my mother will go away. Then I will be alone. Taciturn, indisposed to talk. Usually with these symptoms, we think about Ignatia, Nitamur, lot of grief remedies that comes to our mind. In this case, after hepatization, arsenic came the first and covering all 14 rubrics. So I felt arsenic usually we give for fever, cold, cough, not many other things, though it has got mental state actually, but more or less they are fastidious, meticulous, money-minded. Here person was absolutely different. But the symptoms covering were almost all of them maximum by the arsenic. I, on 4th of December 2019, arsenic 30 was given for 2 months because he was staying almost 150 kilometers away from Ahmedabad. After almost 2.5 months, he came back. Okay, I'm feeling better, appetite is increased, working, but I get angry, irritable. I get angry often. If something I said and nothing has been done, by chance my compounder, my wife, they don't listen to me, I get angry. Arsenic has got a complementary nitric acid, which has got lot many other things there. So I gave nitric acid 30 for 1 month. He rang me actually and continued arsenic after 1 month. On 3rd June, he came back. I am better, restlessness is there. I continued arsenic up 30. Patient continued arsenic up 30 for 1 year. Reported on phone, I am doing well in every aspect. Then he came on 20th July 22, almost after 2 years. Little lethargic, otherwise I am okay. I gave a dose of Thuja, it's a psychotic miasm. Psychotic miasm in 2 ways, it's complementary to arsenic as well as depression is one of the facets of psychotic miasm. After 1 month, he says, I am better, except being impatient. I said, take arsenic out 30 as and when needed. Recently, before almost 6 months, he told me that since 2 years, he is not taking any medicines. He is doing well, no problem, practicing well, and he is singing in a program of his caste actually. Uska video usne bheja. Kisi doctor, I am dancing and singing. So that was the way he came out of it. Your time, ne? Thank you. So the learning part of this actually entire patient is fixity of our mind actually. This remedy is for diabetes, this remedy is for urinary infection, this is the remedy for this disease. It's not truth. Ultimately, you are taking the detailed case, go to the repertory, try to understand everything and convince him that what you are doing is and what is his life is. There are 2 more quotes actually I told him. This is one I read somewhere, so I say, you don't have to be okay all the time. It's okay to not to be okay. If you are not okay, accept it, it happens. Every time you should be okay, it is not possible. All teachers are doing every day best lectures, no, not possible. All students are taking first rank every time, not possible. At times it happens. So gracefully accept that part. And second quote is by Martin Luther King. He had written, if you can't fly, then run. Up, how many उठ सकते हैं? But you can run, you can do something. If you cannot run, start walking. थोड़ा सा चलना रखो. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But अपनी जगह से हिलो. Not stick to one place. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward, even by inch or centimeter by centimeter. And that's the only way you can come out of depression, anxiety, fears. They are all, homeopathy has got wonderful remedies. You have all actually read it in the Mathematica. But try to understand that there is no fixity in homeopathy, that aconite is for fear only. Just for 1 minute I will tell you something different.
You have 2 minutes, don't worry.
Good. In a charitable trust where I was working earlier, and today that trust is still running 6 dispensaries. One day a patient came with his wife. Wife had a gout. The entire ankle was swollen. And I said, since how many days? Since 1 month. That was in winter, December. So in the trust actually we don't have much time, and there are 70-80 patients in a 2.5 hours. But I asked her, tell me, what exactly happened to you? Doctor, you don't believe. I have been to Bombay for a marriage ceremony in my family, and we had been to the city, churchyard or somewhere, or in the market, to buy few things. I was coming by a local train and wanted to go to Borivali. Our train was somewhere in between. I don't remember the name of the Bombay stations, but somewhere in between, our train was at the station. Somebody was crossing the road, the railway pata cross karna tha koi. And suddenly a fast train came, and that fellow died on the spot. The train overran him. I was sitting on a window and I see the person dying. I was so shocked. Since morning we were in the city, in the evening we are going home. The morning I woke up with a swelling in the leg actually. And that was very horrible. Even if that you can help me to come out of that fear, I will forget the pain. I said, okay. I gave aconite 1 ml, 3 for 3 days in a cup of water. Dissolve it, take 1 teaspoonful every 2 hourly for 3 days. This is when she walk. I or Chali, I can walk. Swelling is almost 70% gone. She was on placebo for almost next 1 month, and it was totally gone. So how mind affect the body? If suddenly your uric acid is increased, then you got a swelling on the ankle, and that go away with aconite 1 ml within 3 days. That only happens in homeopathy. So how it works, that you can understand. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks a
sir,
lot.
for an excellent and interesting case.